the Entrepreneurs Forum of Southern New Jersey, and Pro Computer Service of Marlton, in cooperation with the Rohrer College of Business at Rowan University, present the 2010 Young Entrepreneurs of the Delaware Valley Awards presentation. This program was recorded September 23, 2010, in Cinnaminson, New Jersey. At the lectern is Anthony Mangialuzzo to introduce the evening's program.
Everyone, we'd like to welcome you to the first annual Young Entrepreneur Awards of the Delaware Valley. We have a great event planned today, and if I could direct everyone to the presentation, we will get things moving here. First off, the goal of the Young Entrepreneurs is to support and assist young entrepreneurs in realizing their personal and professional goals. I was at the Philly 100 CEO Award ceremony this morning, and they reported that they almost did not have a Philly 100 this year. The smallest growth rate was 13.5%, down from the previous low of 88%. So what I'd like to do right now, we're going to introduce everyone, but let's give all these young entrepreneurs a round of applause. They're taking shots in a tough economy. Your event hosts for the evening are myself, Anthony Mangialuzzo from Pro Computer Service, the Entrepreneurs Forum of Southern New Jersey, and Rowan University. Now we're going to take a moment to introduce, in alphabetical order, the top 10 finalists. A friend of mine and a competitor, George Mack from Apex IT Group, please stand up. We have BJL Wealth Management, LLC. A little late coming to the stage, but we still love him. Ryan from Big Sky Enterprise. We have Mike from GetMyHomesValue.com. We have Mr. Brian Lipstein from Henry A. Davidson, LLC. Where's he at? We have a representative from Maiden Media Group. Friend from Rowan University, Power Plant Solar. Representative from Prospect MX. And from the law office of Julie Levan, we have Julie Levan. First, before going to the ceremony, we obviously owe a great debt of gratitude to our presenting sponsors who have been tremendous from the beginning. I want to thank Archer & Griner Law. The representative here is Mark Seaver. Please stand, you deserve it. And we have Joe Tredinick from TD Bank, another tremendous supporter. We have a following in the crowd there. Do you want me to announce your name again? So this side cheers. Joe Tredinick, a little cheer. There we go. Thank you so much. Without your support and sponsorship, this ceremony would not be here. We also have to thank our leadership sponsors. I might know the first company. Will a representative or both representatives from Pilot Light Studios please stand? We have your favorite barter buddies from Barter Depot. Tom, please stand up. Do I really have to announce the next crew? Chuck and Evan from Sandler Training, great group. Please stand up. They're actually not here because they're sponsors. They're here because Mr. Drew is on stage. So, our gold sponsors, if you saw the commercial on our website with my head shaking like this, that's from Mike Perlow with Perlow Productions. Great job, just getting about the head shake. That's my fault. Donating the still camera tonight, we have Jeremy Messler from Jeremy Messler Photography, who will also be taking shots after the event if there's anyone you'd like a picture of. We have representatives here, and you might have seen their table out front, Prime Point Payroll. You guys We also have to thank Witham Smith and Brown, one of the first people to jump on board as well with us. There's a representative from Witham Smith here. Cheer for them anyway. They'll hear where they're at. And where's my friend Christy with the Burlington County Chamber of Commerce? There's a lot of helpers over there. You could all stand. We have to thank our silver sponsors. Agency, Telecommunications. Where's Ernie and Mike? This is the only time you'll ever see these guys in a tie. We have Bob Leib in the crowd, who emceed the Philly 100 CEO event from Leib Solutions. Probably not here yet, but they have a ton of friends in the crowd. Steve Cantor and KEH Insurance. We can just cheer for them. Bob White from Pinnacle. Is Bob White here? Didn't see him. We'll cheer anyway again. And Mike Kalachi with Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. We have everyone's favorite newspaper in the house, Southern New Jersey business people, Jenny Ryan. A couple cheers for Jenny. We have special guests in the house today. Philadelphia Flyers Hall of Famer Brian Propp, who will be our keynote speaker. And my other very good friend, we will just say Michelle Buckman. So let's get into this, what this is all about. We're giving away 2 awards today. We're giving away the Young Entrepreneur of the Year and the Innovative Entrepreneur of the Year. 2 distinct awards. For the Innovative Entrepreneur of the Year, you had to provide a proof of concept and an innovative idea. Secondly, in order to apply, you had to be under the age of 35. The Innovative Entrepreneur was voted on by all the sponsors and special guests and people you see there. So that's how the Innovative Award has been selected, and we will have the winner. Whoa, that was a little slip there. No one saw, right, good. What I'm going to do is before we do that, I'm going to introduce from the Rohrer College of Business, Dr. Patty, who has a few words and an introduction.
Thank you, Anthony, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first fall evening. They say that we move from swimming pool to the football pool, but we're here to recognize these individuals today and the companies they represent. I'm Niranjan Pyari. I'm Dean of the Rohrer College of Business at Rowan University, and I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to participate in the first Young Entrepreneur Delaware Valley program. We are proud to work with the other sponsors and supporters of this important program to recognize young entrepreneurs in the Delaware Valley region. My PhD dissertation advisor, Don Fry, who also was the designer and project manager of Ford Mustang team, once defined entrepreneur as the person that does not complain about the noise when the opportunity knocks on the door. I feel I'm reciting his language when I see these young entrepreneurs that never complained when they sacrificed their family lives, never fussed when the economy went down, struggled their way through to create wealth and value to rev our economy in Delaware Valley and beyond. Kudos to you all. The importance of the event like this is to recognize these young entrepreneurs for their ambition, courage, and determination to set up and develop their own businesses in the creative sector of the economy. In the current financial climate, there is an even greater need for innovation and entrepreneurship. And these young entrepreneurs have shown their drive to succeed in an adverse economic cycle. Aside from recognizing these young entrepreneurs, the award ceremony like these provide real opportunities for collaboration and explore potential new business markets by talking to each other and discussing common grounds. So that is the value of networking before and after this event. The Aurora College of Business participation in this annual recognition ceremony, well, hopefully this will continue, is part of our commitment to become an important resource for the business and economic development community in the Delaware Valley region. This commitment is enhanced by the $10 million gift to the College of Business from the William G. Roeder Foundation for the purpose of creating a project-based business educational programs that not only permits our students to tackle real-world problems as part of their educational requirement, but provides beneficial services to business organizations in our region. This funding has helped us establish an incubator at the South Jersey Tech Park of Rowan University and set up a Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. These outfits of the College of Business are ably supported by Dr. Steve Fallon, who recently joined as the Roeder Endowed Chair. Steve, are you there? Steve Fallon. And already you have met Sarah Piddington, Interim Director of the Tech Park. Sarah? Okay. And Teresa Lapp, of course, is sitting outside the registration desk, and our graduate assistant and undergraduate students. They are there to support our center. Several of you might know that the college provides mentoring assistance to entrepreneurs to help them succeed in their endeavor. On behalf of the Roeder College of Business at Rowan University, I congratulate all the young entrepreneurs that own this coveted award and the ones also that went to the status of finalist. In this weak economy, slow and steady adage has become antiquated. The only prescription to staying afloat is to be fast and steady. Please don't hesitate to call on the service of the Roeder College of Business if you see the need for us to help maintain your momentum. Congratulations again to the award winners and the finalists. Thank you.
And now who I'd like to introduce, our keynote speaker for the evening, the definition of what a professional athlete should be. Brian is generous among the generous people. Anytime there's a charity event, something that needs to be autographed, an appearance, Brian is there. If every athlete was like Brian Prop, I think every athlete would have a much better name for themselves now. So without further ado, Brian Prop.
Well, thank you, Anthony, and thank you for putting this together and for thinking of me. It's close to home. I'm only about a mile away from here, so it makes it an easy trip, but I love giving back, and I want to congratulate all of the people that are up here for awards. They are entrepreneurs, and that's what we're going to need to have, a lot more of people like you for our future. I work with a company where I place a lot of people in jobs. We do technology projects, we do corporate training, we also do unified communications and audio-visual. So I see every day the value of what you're doing and growing your companies, because once you get big enough to the point where private equity firms want to buy you, they want to see you grow every quarter, and that's what you're trying to do right now. But it's my pleasure to be here, and I just want to spend a few minutes on why I'm in this area and how I grew up and never expecting to be in different positions that I've been in. I grew up in Saskatchewan in Canada in a small farming community called Newdorf. We had about 300 people. But growing up in a small community like that where you knew everybody, I think that my parents, as they taught myself, my two brothers and sisters, the values of life and the way that you should be. First of all, if you look at just caring for each other, that goes a long way. Your brothers, your sisters, your family. We all have family that are very near and dear to us, and we realize that if things happen in our life, that if we don't have family around, you're missing a big part of your life. So I think that's number one, is caring, and that goes for all of the entrepreneurs in their businesses, and being a boss and caring for everybody there that works for you. Putting out a helping hand, giving back to charities, giving of yourself, not always asking for a handout, but making sure that you're there to make someone else's life better. And that's what all your companies are doing by supporting work for people that need it, especially on these times. We didn't have much to do in Saskatchewan other than play hockey, because winter was 8 months out of the year, and it snowed 2 feet on Halloween and stayed until the end of April. So if you didn't play ice hockey or curled, you were a very good student and you had another career. Fortunately for me, I was a very good hockey player from young on. I was taught by my father. We had good coaches, and they helped me to understand the value of teamwork. Once you understand the value of teamwork and how a team really can work together and build something to always looking to succeed, once you have that fundamental thought in your head, it sticks with you. So that really helped me at the start. Dedication. A lot of times as you got a little bit older and you wanted to go to the teen dance and you were out working out, or you were playing one of your sports and you were missing out on that other opportunity, you always thought that you were missing something. But I think that in the end result, maybe you're not, because you're trying to attain a goal that you're really looking forward to, just like these companies are right here. They're just at the beginning stages, and I know a lot of them, and there are some great, great companies. The work ethic, you have to put the work in. As everybody here knows, when you first started out, you've got to put a lot of time and effort in. I think that's why when I see a lot of people and I talk to a lot of people, they always seem to enjoy the grandchildren a lot better because they've got more time on their hand to spend with their children's children, and it reminds them of when their children were growing up. But a lot of people work so hard to provide education, family values, and whatever that your family wanted, that when you have time to spend with the smaller children, it really has a place in your heart. So I think that dedication goes a long way. I was fortunate enough to be able to play professional hockey for 15 years. I got drafted by the Flyers in 1979-80, made the team right away, and spent 11 wonderful years here in Philadelphia. Played 5 years with some other teams, ended up playing in France for a year, but always knew that I was going to come back to this area because this is my home, this is what I love, and the opportunities here are tremendous. But by playing pro hockey, again, you still had to have that discipline. If you think about all the people that want to be a professional athlete all over the world and how you get your job and how you keep it, there's a million people that want to take your spot in a heartbeat. So that discipline to work out, that discipline to spend the summers and to go to the gym 5 days a week, to go out on riding a bike rather than playing golf all the time. Well, you can always do that too, but it really teaches you how to focus. And I think that by playing professional hockey for all of those years and having good mentors, good trainers, good coaches, led to me to be able to develop in a community and to end up working and figuring out a way how to become successful after hockey with another career, because that transition for every sports athlete is very, very difficult. But I've had a lot of people in this room have helped me out. They've talked to me. They've given me some guidance. And that's what I would tell all these young entrepreneurs also, is that there's enough people in this room. Get a good mentor. Talk to them. Make sure that you're listening to them and focus on what your goal is, because that's what's going to make you successful. But the new career, I did the Flyers radio for 9 years, so I've done a lot of different things, and that was starting from out of the blue. I wasn't trained in college for a lot of this, but I think with all of the values and the way that I grew up, you learn how to succeed. You always want to be better. You always want to learn from somebody, and you never want to look back. And so I was fortunate to be able to get a couple of opportunities, do that, get my financial licensing, which is hard, and become a registered rep. And you know, all you people within the finance world, how compliance, and you have to keep up with all the testing and the CE credits. It's not easy, but it's rewarding. When you find somebody and you can help them save for their future or help them plan, and you can see that you're making a difference, it's worth all of the sweat and tears that you've put into it. I think also in my new career, like anything else, by giving back and being involved in a lot of charities. I get to play a lot of charity golf. I play nice golf courses. I help teams win some trophies every once in a while. But I'm there because I can help make that charity raise some more money. And a lot of us forget the values and what we're doing, the nice things we're doing for. The money that we raise all goes to good causes, and there are so many of them out there that you have to think about how you're helping people, even though you're having fun. When I'm there and when I'm out in the public and networking with a lot of people, I find that what you develop is what a lot of you already have. A lot of you went to college, and you've got your college alumni group. You've got friends, you've got neighbors, you've got people that you worked with. And all of those things that you've developed before can help you now. They're all relationships. Because what do people buy? People buy relationships. We all have the same product as somebody else out there. Some of you guys here have some better products than a lot of people. I know that, and I'm hoping that you continue. But it's the relationships that people will buy. Make sure that you don't mess up a relationship. You give back to those people. You make sure that you're treating them well. You're answering any problems they have and being proactive with trying to figure out if they have problems or solutions that you can bring to them. And I know I'm preaching to the people here that have all gone through all of this and know about it, but it means a lot. The relationships, once you develop them, you continue them, and you make sure that you never let somebody down, because it all takes this one bad thing that you've done, and everyone seems to remember that rather than all of the good that you've done. The discipline, the work ethic, the follow-up, and most of all, the focus. Too many people have a couple of businesses, and then suddenly they're thinking about this over here on the left or the right, and they're looking all around, and they're forgetting about focusing on the key ingredient that made them successful. That is where it becomes difficult, because you get pulled in 1,000 different ways. Anthony, he's on, he's all over the place, on the news, on the radio, and the TV, and I don't know how he does it unless he's got a twin. But he finds a way to do that. But those are just my words, and I would say one thing that I like to do that might help you is when you do meet people, follow up with them. When you, as a business owner, when you meet with another company, write them a handheld note or handwritten note. I still do that. I learned that from my wife a lot of years ago, and I still try to do that after I meet with somebody every time, and it goes a long way. Email, Blackberries, phone, texts. A lot of that is easily handled when you go back to the office, but if you take a little extra time and write a handwritten note, when the people get it, they go back and say, wow, that's kind of unique. We don't see that very often. So just a couple of hints as to how you're going to be successful and continue to be successful. I congratulate you all, because our future does need people like you to grow the economy. And with leaders like yourselves, we know that the workforce is going to continue to expand, and you are creating jobs for a lot of people, and we thank you for that. So congratulations to all of you, and especially the winners that Anthony's going to talk about later on. Thanks very much.
Well, before we announce our first award, we have to go to someone who's a little innovative in the courtroom to say a couple things. I heard he does a couple little tricks to some judges, makes some good things happen. All kidding aside, Mark's a great guy. Sorry for putting you on the spot with this now. But before the Innovative Award goes on, Mark, we'd like to say a few words from our presenting sponsor, Archer & Griner.
Somebody's going to have to remind me to thank Anthony for putting me right after Brian. That's fantastic. I really appreciate that. Which Brian did a great job. It's a privilege for me to be here to represent Archer & Griner tonight. For those of you who are unfamiliar with our firm, allow me time for a brief plug here. We are a full-service regional law firm with 175 attorneys and 7 offices. We serve a wide variety of clients, from Fortune 100 companies to small and medium-sized businesses to entrepreneurs like those being celebrated tonight. Our firm is one of the largest in the Delaware Valley and the largest headquartered in South Jersey. We've been recognized recently by Fortune magazine as a go-to law firm of the world's leading companies, and look forward to October's issue of U.S. News & World Report, where we're going to be named as one of the best law firms. The Delaware Valley is the home of most of our attorneys and staff, and a large number of our clients. The success of our firm is dependent upon the growth and vitality of the Delaware Valley business community, much like it is with all of your businesses. Recognizing this, a few years ago, Archer teamed up with Rowan University and Rutgers University to be a founding sponsor for the Entrepreneurs Forum of Southern New Jersey. And since that time, we've had, on numerous occasions, had the opportunity to partner with them for the purpose of promoting business and entrepreneurship in Southern New Jersey and the greater Delaware Valley. It's quite a privilege to be able to do so again tonight. Entrepreneurship, especially the development and commercialization of innovations, is critically important to economic development, both in this region and beyond. Entrepreneurs are the source of some of the most radical innovations that have made modern life what we've come to know it. Some examples: the car, the airplane, air conditioning, which on a day like this we can all appreciate it. Each of those things was developed by individuals. They were developed by entrepreneurs, not large established companies. Those individuals assumed great personal risk developing their innovations, seeking to hopefully get some financial reward, but often facing critics who frankly predicted their failure. As many in the room can attest, ignoring the opinions of skeptics is vital to the success of an innovator. And I'll give you a quick example. This is not a new concept. In 1939, the New York Times reported on the success of a recent experiment involving a fascinating new product, television. They wrote, and I quote, "Television will never be a serious competitor for radio because people must sit and keep their eyes glued on the screen. The average American family hasn't time for it." Now think of what our lives would be if the inventors of television actually listened to those people. That's what our entrepreneurs here have to face. You have to go against those critics. The website for the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development contains, I was surfing around on the web and they had a great quote, contains one of the best descriptions of entrepreneurship I've seen. Entrepreneurs produce solutions that fly in the face of established knowledge, and they always challenge the status quo. They are risk takers who pursue opportunities that others may fail to recognize or may even view as problems or threats. Whatever the definition of entrepreneurship, it is closely associated with change, creativity, knowledge, innovation, and flexibility, factors that are increasingly important sources of competitiveness in an increasingly globalized world economy. Thus, fostering entrepreneurship means promoting the competitiveness of businesses. And that is what we're all here to do tonight, to foster and promote entrepreneurship in the Delaware Valley. By doing so, we strengthen our business community by making it more innovative, diversified, and competitive. A stronger business community creates more jobs, opportunities, and wealth, which fosters further entrepreneurship. As the cycle continues, the Delaware Valley business community will continue to grow and strengthen, benefiting not just the entrepreneurs, but all of our businesses. So on behalf of Archer and Greiner, I congratulate all of the entrepreneurs being recognized here tonight, not just for your impressive individual successes, but for your contributions to the joint success of our business community. Through your efforts, you have helped make the future bright for all of our businesses. And for that, we thank you and join you in celebrating for all that you've accomplished. Thank you. Congratulations.
Everyone ready now? You guys, you wait long enough? You want to know? One more? Suspense is killing Joe. When the innovative entrepreneur concept came about, there was only one person I thought about to invite. I called immediately, even I think before we had the ceremony finalized, and said, Michelle, please, will you come give this award away? For those of you who haven't seen Michelle, she's one of the most innovative people who was on TV with Fox. She's created different segments. The Job Shop, which helped us greatly with a few things. Deal or Dud, The Real Deal. When it comes to being innovative, in Michelle's career as a news reporter, it's unbelievable the amount of pressure to get a story out and just the amount of new, fresh ideas that you need to come up with, and you need to come up with them every day. So for this award, there is no other person that deserves to give this out more than Michelle, a proud new mom. So congratulations. Thank you.
He's been drinking. I mean, when Anthony first asked me to do this, I said, well, first of all, I'm not under the age of 35, so thanks for pointing that out, Anthony. And second of all, I thought in it, he's like, okay, talk about how the television news business is innovative. And I thought, okay, well, most of the criminals we cover are very innovative. They've come up with all sorts of ways to rip people off. But then I really did think a lot about the people who I have been lucky enough to cover as a consumer reporter, and in most cases, it is an innovative entrepreneur, and that's what led me to Anthony, and I think that's what he wanted me to say, which is why he gave me those talking points. But honestly, I mean, especially in a recession, I think the one silver lining that I have found is that it gives a lot of people time if you're unemployed, but it gives us, and I think we saw this in the Great Depression. I think if we look back at history at some of the great companies and the great inventions that were referenced earlier, some of the bleakest times in this country have been born the greatest ideas. And I think hopefully that's what we will see come out of this recession. And I've met so many people, and some of them, most of them here tonight, who have taken this opportunity and said, okay, what can we do better? What can we do smarter? And you know, the definition of an invention is the embodiment of something new. But innovation is much harder than that. Innovation goes much beyond that. For innovation to happen, you need more than just a creative idea. You need to be able to take that idea and put it into action to make a difference. And that's the hard part. And that's what all of these companies and these young entrepreneurs have done here tonight. And the other difference, and I know you already know this, is innovation is the conversion of ideas into money. And that's how it's also different from inventions. And so hopefully you can find ways to take your invention, your idea, and turn it into an innovation as you have already, and make some money, but also, as Brian referenced, give back and hopefully create some jobs. And that way, you are actually contributing to getting us out of this recession. So I hope that the ideas were born in this time and that eventually they blossom and help get us out of that, and we move forward and we grow. And now I know you guys are sick of hearing, you just want to know who won. Okay, fine. All right, so Anthony, do I push the button or you push the button? You can push the button. The runner-up, oh, the winner, the first runner-up, keeping me on my toes. Now that he's on TV more than me, he thinks he can. I'm sorry, so the first runner-up is OpDecision. Now, OpDecision is, well, first of all, congratulations. Come on up. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Do you want me to describe your company, or would you like to?
Sure, go ahead.
Are you sure?
That's a pretty good endorsement.
All right, well, OpDecision is a leading provider of corporate, I was actually trying to sell this idea to my boss today, actually, a leading provider of corporate wireless expense management services. In other words, they're going to save you money, and that's what I was trying to tell my boss today. Through their extensive industry experience and innovative wireless cost analysis process, their consulting services can deliver ongoing savings up to 45%. So basically, tell me if I'm right, they take a company and they say, all right, here's your cell phone bill, you're spending way too much money, here's why, and we're going to cut the cost. Exactly. It's a great idea, but more than just an idea, they've got the smarts and the know-how to make it happen, and I just think that's terrific. And I'll just finish with a description. The partners of OpDecision combine their relationships with nearly 50 years of experience. You don't look that old. You saw that you had to be under, okay. In the cellular and telecom industries, OpDecision's wireless cost analysis leverages extensive industry experience and innovative, there's the word, methods to achieve significant savings for their clients. It's really a great idea. If you could do that for us individuals too, that would be nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thank you. And now, I know, I am too. The winner is Power Flower Solar. And as Anthony hands over the award, congratulations. Would you like me to read?
You can go right ahead.
All right, and then you can correct me. But Power Flower Solar will offer highly differentiated products to an industry dominated by cost-cutting commodity panels. To do this, the company will design solar devices that are driven not by only the development of new technology, but by the actual needs of the market. The company's first product, the Power Flower, is a portable, durable, modular solar generator that addresses the needs of farmers and the military. Now, if I'm correct, and you can correct me, these solar panels will move with the sun, so they're not just stationary, so you're getting all the energy, right? And then when it rains, they close up. Is that cool or what? Am I right?
You are right, yeah.
But congratulations, and tell us a little bit more in your own words.
All right, great. So she was right. It does close up when it rains, and it closes up to make it very easy for the people who are using it to move it around. And portability is really one of the things that we're all about at Power Flower Solar. So thank you guys very much for your support. Innovation is, as they say, a very hard process, and there's a lot of critics, and we've seen our fair deal. And it's events like this that really keep us going and give us that motivation to get out there and actually take these risks. So thank you very much, and thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sarah, for encouraging us to apply, and thank you to the young entrepreneurs of Delaware Valley. We really appreciate it. Thanks.
Congratulations, guys. Now, one thing I am going to point out, when Joe comes up, he's not going to read for you, so if you get announced for the young entrepreneur, you better be ready to speak, because, Joe, you are going to be announcing it. Real quick, I will explain how the criteria was determined for the Young Entrepreneur of the Year. It is a point system based on your percentage growth revenue over 3 years. Companies had to have $100,000 in sales to apply. Secondly, it was weighted on the number of jobs that were created over that 3-year period, which is very important. It's not just about growth, it's about creating work and employment. And finally, for the bigger companies out there that complain sometimes in other award ceremonies that they have so much revenue and so much going on that they actually will not have the same growth percentage. So we even taken sales into over 100,000 into account. Before we give that award, though, I would like to bring up Joe Tredenick from TD Bank, another presenting sponsor and someone that really helps the community as a whole, and someone I'm proud to call my friend. So, Joe, thank you.
Thanks, Maj. No yelling. There you go. A couple things I've learned tonight. One, enough money you can get people to cheer for you. So, the money's coming later. I just want to thank you on behalf of TD Bank, America's most convenient bank, for allowing us to participate in this exciting event. Truly is exciting. And I want to really congratulate all the nominees as well as the winners, because as entrepreneurs, there's a lot of sacrifice and hard work that goes into it. So they're all winners tonight, and especially, I'm sure, families here, so you know what the sacrifice is involved in running and starting a business. I just want to say a few things I learned tonight, because I'm always looking to learn and learn some new things. One is Anthony is a tremendous expert at computers, but with the clicker, not so good. Not so. Someone take it from him. Secondly, if I go to the gym at least 6 days a week, I can play professional hockey, right? Proper. If I go 6, he said 5 days, so 6, I'm good. And two, he still listens to his wife. That's a tremendous achievement. So, a couple of things I just learned tonight. So it's good to pick up on these little things. So, but on a serious note, TD Bank. If you don't know who we are, then obviously myself and my staff aren't doing our job. So hopefully you know who we are. We're here to support the community. We're from the community, in the community. We're proud to be here. We're proud to be supporting all entrepreneurs in South Jersey. Really, this is our bread and butter. This is where we get the most satisfaction, helping young customers, young businesses grow and flourish, and really is one of the biggest advantages that I have, and one of the biggest thrills I have as a banker. And I know banking's not very exciting, so it's a thrill to me. So I'm also supposed to talk about the economy, but I don't really want to bring everybody down. It's just supposed to be a fun night. So, just listen. Brian said it really eloquently in what he presented about persistence and hard work and teamwork. I have a great team over here. It really takes more than just one. They're entrepreneurs, but it's a team, and to really make everything work. So just want to thank you again. Good luck to everybody, and thanks for allowing TD to be a part of tonight. Am I done? Okay.
And one other thing I have to say is the economy is good at TD. I could vouch they lend money, so thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not sure if I want to hit the clicker thing or not, but I think we're going to give this a try again. We have our first runner-up, law offices of Julie Levan. for the young entrepreneur.
Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm under 35, but I'm not very tall, so I have to lower this. So I guess first I want to say thank you, Mark, Archer, and Greiner, and I'll expect my offer tomorrow to join your law firm. But until that time, I'll just keep on plugging away. And to Brian, I'm from upstate New York, very close to Canada, so it's nice to hear that accent again. So thank you. But most importantly, I really have to thank my family. My mother taught me that I could do anything I wanted to do, whenever I wanted to, and always said, just go for it, Julie. Those are her exact words. So, Mom, thank you. And my friends who are here this evening, but most importantly, my husband, Bill. Thank you for everything and being my mentor and challenging me all the time at home. So thank you to everybody, and thank you to the sponsors, of course.
I'm a little taller. We'll just leave that there, though. Not much. Now to announce our Young Entrepreneur of the Year. This is the first ever. The winners are GetMyHomesValue.com. Imagine that, a company in real estate.
Thank you very much. I should point out that the winners who are presented there, I am neither one of them. And I should also confess that since I have celebrated my 40th birthday by rules of the, I am not a young entrepreneur. I am, however, very young at heart. My name is Mike Fry. I am the CEO of GetMyHomesValue.com. And it truly is my privilege to accept this award on behalf of these two gentlemen, Roy Wilfong on the left and Steve Young on the right of the company. They regrettably could not be here tonight because they are in Chicago this week doing what young entrepreneurs do. But as I said, it is a privilege to accept the award on behalf of these gentlemen and particularly on behalf of the great staff at GetMyHomesValue.com. GetMyHomesValue.com was started in 2003, and in 2008, we did make the Inc. 500 list. We provide marketing services to real estate professionals throughout the country. I'd like to extend a very sincere thank you to the event organizers and all the sponsors for tonight. And I'd also like to thank all of the young entrepreneurs on the stage and in the audience tonight. You are what makes American business strong. You are what makes American business great. Thank you very much.
Before the ceremony concludes, there's always, if you come to an Anthony event, there's always a couple little tricks. So first, we have a couple gifts for our special guests, Michelle Buckman and Brian Propp, coming up here. Not a new car. Actually, switch. Michelle's green. Michelle's green. Oh, she's right. Oh. What? She told me green. Yeah. Michelle Buckman is not interested in the hockey stick. Well, we have all the finalists on stage, and you're saying, hey, well, maybe I didn't get a trophy. Why am I here? You guys might be making waves in the Delaware Valley, but we're going to introduce Mary Cruz from. We're going to say she said a couple nice little words in Washington that you're all going to walk away with something. So, Mary, you out here? There you go. Mary, come up, and we want you to read what we have planned, and everyone just showing support for the young entrepreneurs.
Hi, my name is Mary. I'm here on behalf of Congressman Adler. I'm really sorry he can't be here. He would rather be here, I'm sure, but he is voting to help small businesses today, so that's a really good thing. On behalf of him, I would like to give you, there's something called a congressional record in the House of Representatives, and it's there for many years to come. So you can show your children and your grandchildren and on and on. So I'll give you that. And also an American flag from the Capitol, because it's important that you remember that you are the backbone of America. And every time you look at this, you should remember that and understand what you're doing is not only helping you and the people that work for you, but also this country. So just remember that as you all move forward. And I just want to say thank you to Anthony. You're fabulous. This is great. And I'm sorry John can't be here to say that because, you know, he really would like to honor you. And TD Bank and Archer and Griner, old friends of the congressman, and continue doing great things. So great. So I'm going to read this, and it's what the congressman read on the House floor to honor. So bear with me. It's a little long because we did want to honor all of you here. So. Madam Speaker, today I am proud to honor some of Delaware Valley's brightest and most innovative entrepreneurs. The Entrepreneurs Forum of Southern New Jersey will recognize the Young Entrepreneur Awards winners of on September 23, 2010 at the Marion in Cinnaminson, New Jersey. This year's Entrepreneur Award was presented to Steve Young of GetMyHomesValue.com, a real estate marketing company established in December 2003. The company utilizes the intent to connect consumers with real estate needs to professional real estate agents. Despite a lack of startup capital, the three founders grossed more than $3.6 million in 2006. This year's Innovative Award was presented to Patrick Murphy and Jason Halpern of Power Flower in Glassboro, New Jersey. The Power Flower allows agricultural industry to use solar products to generate energy in their farms and add value to the land they preserve. These panels actually move when the sun and fold up when crops are being watered or treated. Power Flower also recently received the prestigious Edison Innovation Award funding for their concept. I would also like to recognize this year's Innovative Award winners, runner-ups, including Drew Poland of OpDecision, a provider of corporate wireless expense management services based in Marlton, New Jersey, and Julie Levant of the law offices of Levant in Morristown, New Jersey. Additional finalists include BJL Wealth Management, LLC of Marlton, New Jersey, Prospect MX of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Big Sky Enterprises, LLC of Voorhees, New Jersey, Henry A. Davidson, LLC of Philadelphia, PA, Apex IT Group of Pennsauken, New Jersey, and Maiden Median Group of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And he ends it with, Madam Speaker, as you know, entrepreneurs and our small businesses have served as the economic engine which powers our economy. The companies recognized today contribute to the economic vitality of New Jersey and our national economy. Small businesses allow families to earn a living and achieve financial stability. I urge my colleagues and the House of Representatives to join me in congratulating the winners and finalists of this year's Young Entrepreneur Awards of the Delaware Valley programs. So congratulations, and on behalf of the United States of America, thank you for what you do. And you will all get a flag, and there's a mistake in this, so I'll have to fix them by mail.
I thought that was our fireworks show going off over there. We're going to close the evening tonight, but I want to thank all of you. For the last 10 months, you've heard me banter, you've read my emails, my annoying monthly newsletters saying, please, please come to this event. Show some support for young entrepreneurs, and you've responded to the call. I thank all of you so much for making this an event a success. And guess what? Now that we have a proof of concept for our innovation and honoring young entrepreneurs, I say we're going to do it again next year. And I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you in the crowd, and everyone's going to bring a friend, because this year we had 170 registered. I see some people standing. I think that means we packed the house, and I'm truly appreciative. So thank you so much for coming out. We have another 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes at the place here. Jeremy Messler is going to be taking pictures, all the winners. Please go out there and get your picture taken. And there's plenty of more food out there. And there might be a little bit of drink. I see RJ over there, so I can't vouch for how much alcohol's left. But I could definitely vouch there's a lot of food out there. So let's network. Let's continue to grow our businesses. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It's truly appreciated.
For more information on the Young Entrepreneurs of the Delaware Valley or the Entrepreneurs Forum of Southern New Jersey, visit efsnj.org. Thanks again to our co-sponsors for the program, the Entrepreneurs Forum of Southern New Jersey and Pro Computer Service. Thanks also to the Rohrer School of Business at Rowan University for its cooperation. We hope you enjoyed this program. Thank you for joining us. This is Steve Lubetkin. We'll see you out there on the net. Take good care.